shy of midfield at the 49. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do?
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. So Dalton now. Johnson's got it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
A shot here for Dalton.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th. So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back him up 5. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From the 29, Dalton. It's complete to Watt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Dalton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Dalton here from the gun.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw here, Dalton. Going up top.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Dalton, completion here to Claypool.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A first throw for the backup, Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ray McCloud to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. Here's Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And Dalton to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Play action now. Dalton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. On 2nd down, this is Harris. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Dalton sets up play action. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Dalton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He's going deep for Brown. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. McLeod now on the return. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 45 on second down, Dalton. Complete. It's Johnson. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 44, Dalton looking deep here for Ebron.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go play action with Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
74 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
55 is mine, guys. 50. Hey, report.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys, but in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you get away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
On the handoff, it's McFarland.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and out of it's well short of the first.
The guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there. I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
.42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and